got a couple things to show you, and I want to know if you know what these things are, because they are older things. Does anyone know what this is? I'll show it to the grown-ups. Okay. I hear giggles. Anybody still using these? Anyone? You said a floppy disk. Do you know what it does? No idea. It flops. It just flops. Do you guys, girls, do you know what this is? Have you seen one before? Like a film. Reed, he was in my office, like, trying to pull it apart. You were trying to figure out, like, what it does. I think Pastor Robert and I, so here's what it is. You would store, it's almost kind of like a flash drive now, but there's nothing on it. Like, there's no space. What did we figure?
1.44 megabytes.
Yeah, so it wouldn't even hold one picture from my iPhone. There's no storage on this thing. We figured it would hold a few Word documents. Mm-hmm. Like, it had very little storage, but things back then didn't have a lot. Like, we didn't need gigabytes of space. So that's what that is. Now, anyone know what this is? I'll show it to you guys. It's a cup, okay. What else? What else do you think it is? You can open it up, just a container. What would it hold? A battery, okay. You guys want to guess what it would hold?
Is it like one of those like clear circles from like ink? I don't know what they're called, but like the rectangle. The ink?
The rectangle thing. No ink. Nope, not ink. Anybody? Paint, okay. Any other guesses? It's a film canister. So tell me how you take pictures today.
You take it with your iPhone.
With your iPhone. You push the button on your iPhone. Yeah, is that true? Okay, so when I was younger, I won't date myself, you took pictures with a regular camera, like a camera. I don't know how to explain it. There's a camera, not a phone. You carried a camera with you. And you had film in it, and then you'd have to take the film out when you were, 24 pictures was usually on a film roll? You could take like 24 pictures, and then your film was done, and then you had to take it in somewhere. Maybe you took it to Kmart. I'm dating myself again. Kmart, Meijer, just, you take it to a store, and you'd give it to them, Walgreens, you'd give it to them, and then, it took a few days, right, for it to come back, and then you'd go back and you'd get your pictures, and then of those 24 pictures, how many turned out? 2. People had red eyes, or they were blinking. You couldn't see, you had no idea. So that was what you held to film in. Okay, why am I bringing up these really old things? Because I'm old. Thank you. That really feels really good this morning. Oh, well, I was born in the 1900s. You are correct. I am old.
Yep. My mom's older than you.
I don't think your mom is older than me. No, she's not. That's the I'm feeling kind of very vulnerable up here right now. But I tell you these things because in life, things change, right? Do we use these things?
No.
And the things that we're using today, will they someday change?
Yeah.
Yes, things change. And when these things were in use, I was a very different person. I have changed. Let me tell you what I was like when I used these things. You ready to know what I was like?
Yeah.
I could tell you all the perfect answers about God. I had every answer. Did you know that? I knew all the answers. I knew everything about God. You could not stump me. I was a Bible quizzer. I used to be on a Bible quiz team. True. I did Bible sword drills. Does anybody know what a Bible sword drill out there? No? Okay, you had to grow up evangelical, I guess. Bible sword drills. I had memorized the 23rd Psalm before I even knew what edition was. I knew the pledge to the Bible, the Christian flag. I knew the pledge to the Bible. These are things I can tell you. I could tell you the difference between creationism and evolution. I knew all the answers to everything. I was at church pretty much every day. My family went to church all the time. We were at church all the time. I went to a Christian college where I had to sign a pledge that said I would not dance, I would not drink, I would not have a boy even in my dorm building. I know, why is your face like that? I know, I had to sign that. And I had to go, when I was in college, I had to go to church 3 times a week or else you got in trouble. Spoiler, I got in trouble.
Why'd you not go 3 times?
Well, that's a lot. Actually, 4 times, because you had to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
What day did you not go?
Well, sometimes during the week, I didn't really want to go. I wanted to do other things. So I knew the Bible inside and out. I followed all the rules. I knew everything about it. You couldn't stump me. And then things changed. Because here's what happened. The Rut was right. Here's what happened. I left college, and I got a real job in the real world. And I met people that didn't think like me, look like me, believe like me, all those different things. And one of my very best friends when I got out of college was a girl who did not go to church one day in her life, didn't believe in God, and she was the most lovely, kind, generous person I'd ever met in my entire life. And I thought, wait, I thought only Christians could be nice and kind and generous. And I realized that there's a whole lot of different people in this world, right? There's people of different races and ethnicities, and there's people that live very differently than me. And I realized, maybe I don't have all the answers. It blew my mind. Maybe I don't have all the answers. Maybe I can be open to change. Maybe this change isn't so bad. Is it bad that we no longer use film? No. Or those floppy disks? No. I learned what it meant to have doubts, and I realized it was okay to have lots of questions about God. I learned how to be humble. I learned that I didn't have all the answers, nor did I need all the answers. I was okay having questions and doubts, and I changed. And I think I changed for the better. I changed, my world changed, my beliefs changed. And I'm not the first person to change, because in the Bible, there's this man named Peter, one of the disciples, and he is invited to go to Cornelius's house. And in his religion, that would not have been acceptable. But God changed his heart. God changed him. The Holy Spirit spoke to him. And guess what? He went to Cornelius's house. He changed his mind. He changed what he thought. And his world got bigger and better. And it was a really good thing. Now, some change is really hard. Today we're kind of celebrating Jeremiah and his really big change, because Jeremiah next Sunday is getting on an airplane and he is flying permanently to California to live there. And that change is good and sad and exciting and all those feelings all wrapped up in one. Some changes are really kind of scary. Maybe you guys are starting, we talked about it last week, new school. You're a new building, same school, but a new building, scary. Oh, there's lots of changes that happen. Someone you love dies. Oof, that one is a really painful change. But things change. I think, Pastor Robert, you said, we were talking about it, and you said the only thing that's permanent is change. But God doesn't change. That's the one thing that does not change in our life. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Yeah.
Hopefully my bed will change.
Is it really uncomfortable?
No, it's not fitting the vibe.
I hope for you it changes too, because some change is really good, isn't it? So change is going to happen. Change is happening to Jeremiah this week. So I guess the question is, what are you going to do when things change? What are we going to do? It's our choice to have an attitude that either embraces change or refuses change. I thankfully embraced change, and my life is so much better. I get to be with you guys here on Sunday mornings. I'm so lucky. I'm so thankful. That is a change that was a good change for me. So grown-ups, when things happen in your life, when things change, how are you going to handle it? With joy, with excitement, or are you going to resist it? And those are our questions that we want to kind of wrestle with today. Now, today it's a fifth Sunday, so kids stay in worship with us today. So you guys are going to head back down there as we continue on with the service.